Postman, Lil Boosie, City, Hood, Click. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. Lock the door on him. Lock the door on him. Hood Postman. Hood Postman. Reporting live. Reporting live. This the Hood Postman, come and check the program. You ain't from the streets, this is something you should know, man. Running from police, gotta grip the whip with both hands. Speeding down the interstate, please do not approach him. 40s in the fridge, got the caddy in the driveway. Get all out of my face, I don't wanna violate. Looked up in the worldwide, you only in 5 states. Came from the four corners with my 4 quarters. Showed them the style, then they stole on us. Times got wild, then they told on us. Dog, it was hard, but we had to keep it rolling. You ain't gotta ask, you know where to find me. I be in the back streets where it get grimy. It's just me and Mel, Rennie looking bride D. I be going hard till I'm in the 5 C's. Know the vibes. I'ma do it till I die. I ain't never switched sides, I ain't never had to tell a lie. Let's ride. Know the vibes. I'ma do it till I die. I ain't never switched sides, I ain't never told them up lie. Let's ride. Hood Postman. 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 Hood Postman.
Shout out to the Mailroom Nation, the Mailroom Goons. I am Professor Melly Mail, City Hood Click. Let's go. Be sure to click the notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below. So when the dope content hit, it's going to feel like it's the first and the 15th. This is not a glorification nor is a glamorization. This is an education. Before they had handguns, they had fair ones. Get in there and duke it out, fellas. Once again, we're back. We're back for another episode of Wisdom Wednesday. I am the Professor of the Hood Postman. Once again, the Hood Postman is a brand. The Professor Melly Mill is the live, living, flesh-breathing man. 2 separate entities. Don't confuse the two. I appreciate it. Let's get right into it. There's two. Our culture, right? Follow me on this. Our culture has accepted 2 huge lies. 2, not 1, 2. The first is that if you disagree with someone said and hood, you must fear, kill, or hate them. Fear, kill, or hate them. Understand that. The second is that to show love and keep an open line of communication means you agree with everything that they believe or do. Both are nonsense. Both are nonsense. You don't have to compromise your politics or your convictions to have cooperation amongst other black and brown people. You just don't. We got the ball game. We got the ball game. You don't have to compromise yourself to have convictions with other black and cooperation with other black and brown people. That is just, I don't know how we get to this space and how we even allow it to go this far. We've been caught in this system since 1969 all the way to where we are today, present day. How do we change that? But we're not here to talk about that today. We're here to talk about Lil Boosie. Little Boosie, bad ASZZ. Little Boosie himself. You got background noise, ball game.
Yeah, I hear it. Hold on.
To continue to live my life.
So, Little Boosie, allegedly came to San Diego. Well, not allegedly. He did come to San Diego. He hung out with a bunch of cats, and they was filming a video. So, but here's the thing: what I want you guys to understand. Whatever's going on with Little Boosie didn't just happen in San Diego, first and foremost. It was beyond that. Because here's the thing, the technology that these people use to surveillance and get the film and also get the type of how they covered it was probably, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. It was AI, artificial intelligence. For them to be able to determine what gun he had, the serial numbers and where he had it and all that, that's something that we haven't seen yet. And I want you guys to understand the era and the future that we're in today. There's a lot of AI that's going on, and I'm gonna give you an example. AI is so advanced they can kidnap my son, right? No, not kidnap my son. Call me up and it make me believe that my son is because they have his voice and everything. And when I pick up the phone, I will hear my son's voice pleading for his life. And it would sound so believable, and there'll be an action for a ransom. Then I'll actually go out and pay that money because I believe they have my son. Unless and I talk, pause, and take a minute and call my son and make sure everybody's in place and space where they're supposed to be, and I don't jump the gun, I won't know what the outcomes. I won't know that this is all some type of artificial intelligence that's being played out right there. So artificial intelligence is now coming into play, and it's really it's synchronized. It's centralized all across the United States, and we're not realizing what's happening because we're too busy twerking on Juneteenth on top of buildings. I know you guys saw all the things that was happening over in San Diego, the Leimert Park, and all over across the country when it comes to black people celebrating and how we celebrate. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it, but I think we should be have a little more class and a little more respect for ourselves. Now, coming back to Boosie, what happens to the Boosie is that there's probably been a long-term investigation for numerous of things that Boosie's been involved in, all the way back from Duke the Jeweler to whatever happened over there in Texas and happened in Louisiana. So the feds just don't drop in, and they just weren't all the time. They probably contacted when he arrived in San Diego. They contact San Diego. They set that whole play up. They set it all up, and they had him right in the right spot, and they got him in the right position. And because what's happening, you got to know too. Always know this, black people. When you go into these states and they're Republican ran, you have conservatives, you have liberals, which are Democrats. Liberals are Democrats, and usually conservatives are Republican, and independents go both ways. So when you run into these jurisdictions, a lot of them are ran by what we know is Republicans. So your skin is your sin. Just keep in mind, your skin is your sin. So when you wind up in these jurisdictions, whatever type of the law, how the law applies to the other people that's in these jurisdictions, 2 times to you. Just know that. Know where you're at. Know what you're going. Mind your P's and Q's, and just be observant. We got what I like to call, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it, a nigga moment. We have too many of those in our culture. We have this Latarian Milton. I know you guys remember Latarian Milton, Little Milton, where he said he just like doing hood rat stuff. That seems that we seem to have been caught in that since 2008 when Latarian Milton jumped in his grandmother's car, when 7 years old, dragging his pants on the ground. He about 2 feet tall. He got these big old baggy pants dragging the ground. So we don't produce a lot of Latarian Miltons that is now of age. And this is what we see playing out in front of us right today. So, I'm using that. I'm mixing everything in because I want you guys to fully understand where we at with that, because we don't pay attention. All we do is pay attention to rappers and entertainers, basketball stars and football stars, and people that's in the entertainment and baseball and sports and all this kind of. We pay so much attention to that, and we pay a great deal of attention to YouTube. But it's okay to pay attention to YouTube and even sports entertainers. But Be balanced. Be in a balance with that. Don't get too far. When you're going on YouTube, look up, do your research. So what happened with Lil Boosie? Lil Boosie tried to get out. He was been trying to get out since Friday. He was rejected bail, denied bail Friday, denied bail Monday, denied bail Tuesday. Finally Wednesday, he was given bail, but the feds jumped right in. They jumped right in and they tried to step in and halt Boosie bail. But the judge always has supreme authority in the courtroom. So the judge had the power to convict, the judge had the power to release, the judge had the power to put you on timeout, so to speak, or to hold you in contempt. The judge have extreme power, and he also had the power to say, okay, I think what the prosecutors are trying to do is harsh and unusual. Let me downplay it. Or he may say that you have culpability in everything that is said, and he raised the bar on you. So the judge, what the judge did, the judge overruled the prosecutors and actually granted Bootsy a bail as of today. So
that's exactly what happened.
As he attempt to get out, but we still got to deal with all these different things, because now what we seeing is all these different rappers that have entourages. Beware, rappers. All you hip hop artists that have entourages, beware, because now you got Quando Rondo down in Georgia. He has 18 co-defendants, 17-page indictment with 49 counts. It's a sweeping indictment on allegations. And then when you hear what the allegation is, it was about him going to another place in Georgia buying marijuana. How is this a RICO? But know this, once again, your skin is your sin. So whatever applies to other people and other races, other cultures, times it by 2, maybe even 4 when it comes to you. So I just want to educate you on that and make sure you guys are up to par to understand that what you're now seeing, that we're being targeted specifically, and these rap guys that have these entourages, they're now being listed as gang culture, or they putting RICO acts on them, and they're actually we seeing what's happening in Georgia. And don't think it's just Georgia is a stop. They're going to do it in Florida. They're going to do it in Louisiana. They're going to do it in Mississippi. Where they may not get no traction at is California and New York. They may not get traction in those places. But all them down south where the hotbed, red south, you in those places, it's open season. Ball gang, what's your thoughts on some of the things I just laid out for you? I just want to hear your comments on it.
Well, the thing is, you get, well, first off, let me say what's up to the mailroom and
shout out to the mailroom nation, Marlena Williams, Coach Faster, General King, Mike, Kiva Bolton, and everybody else here tomorrow. Everybody that's joined the AM Crusher. What's going on, my homie Green? What's going on, Michelle? I see you. Dominique Mayweathers, and thanks for reminding me about my super incredible Yahshua. What's going on? My super incredible moderators that is now in the room. Appreciate all you guys for doing the hard work. Okay, ball gang, go ahead. Didn't mean to stop you.
No, you good. No, the thing is, they're targeting these young brothers is because they're making money first and foremost. A lot of these young brothers, they got a lot of influence in their neighborhoods, but what they're doing is they're not using that influence. You understand what I'm saying, for anything that's positive. It's making it a lot. The way that these rappers move. Some of the things that they've been doing, some of the things that's been meteorized and what's so forth. The feds are, they're saying, okay, this dude, Quando Rondo, for example, ever since, I'm thinking that his RICO case is stemming from him being investigated because of what happened to the young brother King Von in Atlanta. You dig what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So you got a lot of these beefs that normally play out on social media, and you got the Roman soldiers are monitoring these social media accounts. You dig what I'm saying? They're paying attention. So what they're doing is once they see that something is going on, then they starting to send the CIs, which is what? Our own people. You know what I mean? Black people, they don't know how to shut the fuck up. Excuse my French. You know what I mean? And social media is the biggest snitch of all times. So why is you got the same thing with Boosie? You know what I'm saying? He was doing his video shoot, had the thing in his waistline, and somebody, you know what I'm saying, recklessly, neglectedly, you dig, took a picture of him, took a video, and posted it on their social media accounts. You know, what do you think is going to happen from there? You know what I mean? We as a people are making it easy for the feds and for the Roman soldiers to come out, you understand what I'm saying, and put these indictments out on us, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got to blame ourselves, man. Let's not blame a system that we know that is not for us. Let's not blame the system. You know what I'm saying? Let's start holding ourselves responsible and let's be culpable for what we do. You know what I mean? Is it a sad thing? Of course it is, but at the same time, we had the power to make it stop happening. You understand what I'm saying? By staying off these social media accounts. We had a power to make it stop happening by shutting the fuck up. We had a power to make it stop happening by doing something positive with our fame and with our money. You know what I mean? You got a lot of these young dudes, they starting to get money. They rappers, they ain't never lived a lifestyle. Once they get the money, they want the fame, they want the attention. Now they out here doing bullshit. The hustle really don't never stop. I ain't mad at Quando Rondo for hustling and getting his money, but at the same time, when you got a microscope on you, what's going to happen? You know what I'm saying? Sooner or later, you know what I'm saying? The Roman soldiers is going to be able to, they're going to be able to zoom in on something and say, we got something right here. Let's pay attention. You know what I mean? So, you know.
At this point, we got to look at the Latarian Milton, right? Lil Milton out of, I believe he's out of Florida. And then I can't remember the girl that was out of New York that was fighting everybody. They kept calling her something. Anybody remember that girl name? She was just fighting everybody on World Star. She was just bad. All these people are now super grown, right? And these are the people that you used to see that was just the little bad kids that was doing mischievous things, but they're adults. And if they was doing the things that they were doing then as little kids, imagine what they're doing now. Misdirected, misguided, no understanding, no discipline in their life. So they just out here. They, as the kids say, they outside.
But look at what Asiatic Supreme is saying. He's saying dry snitching is at an all-time high. Right now, you know, the chat is going on.
Shout out to Asiatic Supreme.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, nobody really is paying attention to what's going on. When this shit happened out here in San Diego, we've been here, San Diego, we've been keeping our eyes and we've been keeping our ears to the ground. You know, we've been hearing the chatter. Hey, check this out. You know what I mean? These San Diego brothers are snitches and all this old type of shit. Well, let me clear the air. You dig what I'm saying? You know,
because they really tried to blame the 619 for what happened to Boosie.
Yeah,
clear the air, ball game.
Well, the 619, we have to take some responsibility in the fact that I just think that, we should have been a little bit more careful. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to name no names, nobody, no neighborhood, no set. But at the same time, me, myself, if a brother's doing a video shoot and he got a thing in his back pocket, I would at least brief my people. Hey, man, don't take no picture. Don't take no videos. You know, understand? And then I would brief the homie. I would have briefed Boosie. Hey, man, put that away, man. You know what I'm saying? You doing this, first of all, you don't need that. We got homies out here that got that. You good. You did what I'm saying. The thing is, you got to always protect the bag. Boosie is the bag. You know what I'm saying? So, anybody that's hanging out with him, we got to be responsible and kind of brief him on the do's and don'ts. You dig what I'm saying? And as far as I'm concerned, that's a don't.
And you definitely got to let him know that he's in a highly conservative area that what they really want is take all you guys and maybe move all you down to Escondido or something, move y'all out the immediate San Diego area. You know what I mean? And I know that literally can't happen, but I know that would be their wishes.
Yeah,
I know
but let me put it out there, man. San Diego's a very solid city, man. You did what I'm saying, and you got a lot of brothers down here that's upset about what happened. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that the 619 is not going to do, we're not going to let nobody from any other city desecrate our reputation behind this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Boosie, you did what I'm saying. He got to take responsibility, you know what I'm saying, for the dumbass decision that he made. You know what I mean? You know, and that's where that come from. You know, there's some other information that's been put out there on the streets. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, when he got pulled over, he started talking too much. You can't blame that
because he went on, I believe it was Mad Pop or Vlad,
but I'm just
telling
saying
them how he get down. You know,
but
he
that's what I'm
explained it.
saying. But what I'm saying, but I think Vlad is an undercover Fed himself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never liked Vlad, punk ass. And the thing is, you know, Boosie got to take some responsibility, because there is a such thing called you have the right to remain motherfucking
Shout out to
silent.
Contra Girl.
You know what I'm saying? You have the right to remain silent. Exercise that fucking right.
Shout out to Chrissy joining the chat. Feel free to
Hey,
jump right
Chrissy.
in, Chrissy, and give your
I love
thoughts on
Chrissy. That's
this
my
Boosie
homegirl right
incident.
there.
What's your thoughts on it?
I always enjoy seeing Chrissy. What's up, Chrissy?
Man, how y'all doing? How y'all doing today?
We're doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I can't complain.
So have you been following this Boosie incident? Do you have any thoughts on it?
My main thing, to be honest with you, Boosie really in a situation.
She breaking up. We can't hear you, Chrissy.
It sounds like somebody have a line going in the back. You hear me?
We can hear you now.
Go ahead.
It sounds like somebody have a lawnmower in their background. But
that's the truck. I'm gonna cut it off.
Yeah, Melly got that air conditioning going on. You know what I mean? How you doing, Queen?
I can't complain.
He said, sound like I got a lawnmower running up.
Yeah.
Funny.
My thing is that Boosie, he really from the streets. Boosie came from somewhere that we really didn't come from. We came from the streets, but Boosie came from where, you know what I'm saying, where this block right here, like our gang banging is different from out there where Boosie really actually came from. Like this block right here, like we might be on the block, but at this corner, you know, they not really fighting for gangs. They fight for like the money power. You feel me? Like this one on this corner, this one on that corner, you know, different things. They got different values that stand where they at. You know what I'm saying? And snitching is one of them that he ain't going for, because he living by the rule, the street code. So first and foremost, he getting money. He have the ability to get industry money, and he also have the ability to get street money. And he also still standing on the street morals. So therefore, versus some people that's out there that's in the industry, people sell their souls all the time. But I think that Boosie is, even though all the shit that he might be doing, the gangster stuff that he's doing, Boosie's still standing on his morals that he was raised by, which you can't do nothing but respect that. Now, however, some people will sell they soul. They'll get on there and do whatever else that it may take to get out there and get that industry money. But he still probably feel like slow money is the best money, because for one, he haven't sold his soul. So a lot of people don't like people when they really, right now in the world right now, what's going on so bad right now is that the truth, when you speak the truth, you hate it by speaking the truth. You understand what I'm saying? You can be hated by your own homies right now for speaking facts right now.
They're doing good, Joy. They be home shortly.
You understand what I'm saying? Just because somebody else, you might be speaking the facts, you might be speaking the truth. Everything you saying could be correct, but the point is just that you said it. You understand what I'm saying? And not they said it. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's always politics ran on any individual that's coming through the nation. You feel what I'm saying? Either this person is better than that person, or that person is not better than that person, or this person actually was raised in the hood, or this person came on later, he had a walk on, or they came through somebody else. This thing is still politics being played on that dude right now. You feel me? And for one, he speak out of terms, and what I mean by that, he can speak whatever he want to speak because he's a grown ass man. Excuse my French, but he's a grown man. So however he stand on his morals and his principles, what he say, he's actually calling people out. You understand what I'm saying? He's basically, how they say, this is exposing season. He's calling people out. So therefore, what he's being arrested for right now, he didn't even really have to get arrested for that. But at the same time, they taking a look on him because his name is ringing a bell, because he's not shutting up. He's talking, but he's not snitching. He's really actually talking about street values and things that's really in nationality, how it was going. And that's the reason why the world messed up today, because the simple fact that it's a lot of people out here do things and they don't stand on really the real morals and the principles. You feel what I'm saying? And he right now, he still had the ability to make industry money, but only if he ready to sign on that dotted line with that thing. If he signed on a dotted line, then the problems that he has right now will go away.
Well, let me interject on that. The problem that he got right now, that ain't going away. You know what I'm saying? His ass.
That's what you say. We don't know that. That's what you say.
Well. Let me say this, Queen. The thing is, if this particular gun charge go away, if they're able to beat this gun charge, one thing that I understand about the feds, normally when they file some paperwork against you, they understand that it's either 98 to 99% chance that they're going to convict you behind it. The feds have
they cross T's and dot I's.
They cross T's and they dot I's. And it's very important. I would like to be optimistic, such as you, but but the brother's in trouble, and I'm thinking that this is my assumption. Let me just get this point out, Christy. This is my assumption. I'm thinking that they gave him bail today. You understand what I'm saying? In a strategy to try to get him to flip on whatever it is that he may know about some other shit that's going on somewhere that we have nothing, that we don't even know what's going on. The feds ain't giving you bail when they know they got you on a 15 to 25 case. You dig what I'm saying? With concrete evidence such as that video. You dig what I mean? So there's something else that's going on to play here. You and Melly and the rest of the bail room goons, it's something that we might not necessarily know. But the young brother's definitely in trouble. Go ahead, Queen.
And this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's not in trouble. All I'm saying is that if he was to sign something, he'd be out the way. But all I'm saying is that, of course, he's being looked at right now. Because why? Because he's a young black male that's from the street. That some of his people that may even be around him, his roster, they might even be telling on him. You understand what I'm saying? It's sometimes things is always way more close than it is far, because can't nothing far from you get you. It's always something that's real close to you, that's inside.
Well, Boosie is going against the agenda that's being pushed in this country, and he's very vocal about it, and he's animated. When he speaks, he's very animated, and I think that they have a hard time, listening to how he comes across, and he talks like that bad man. He got a lot of money. When a man got a lot of money, he got a lot of resources. He bad, especially a black man. Don't get it twisted. He a bad man, but you're right, Chris. He comes from a culture down in Louisiana that is deeply ingrained in slavery, that has a Haitian type of French connection to it. So there's a lot going on down there that we don't understand, because they move differently in New Orleans.
Right.
What's going on, Ball Game?
No, I'm laughing at Asiat. He said, Ball Game, what the fuck you drinking? Some Schlitz malt liquor?
Asiatic Supreme. No, but back to Boosie. I think Boosie have I don't know if he might have went up the wrong tree this time, and I'm not saying that what Chrissy is saying is wrong or what you saying, Ball Game, but I do know the feds, and depending on what they charge him, if it's a 922G or the 922 or 924E. So both have different guidelines, and they're mandated. So in order to get out of those circumstances, if you charge actually indicted on those circumstances, you got to face the court. Then one or two things has to happen. Either you're going to accept the responsibility, because that's what it's called, acceptance of responsibility, when you plead to either one of those charges, or you take it to trial. And you take it to trial, if he takes it to trial, he's going to lose, because they got the, like I said, they use the artificial intelligence to gather the information. And they, that's why the indictment was slow to roll out, because they was putting together. First, they're going to hit you with the affidavit, and then they're going to hit you the indictment. And then it's up to you to suppress, or either bring forth Brady and Jinx material, suppressing evidence and bringing forth all discovery to understand exactly what they got. So, but what we don't see is that they might have been following Boosie for 2 years.
Yeah, we don't.
They've been calculating things from that 2 years all the way up to this present day.
There you go, Melly. Yeah,
and I'm gonna use this like here, Chrissy, in the sense of Quando Wando. He has a 17-page, 49 counts 49 counts in a sweeping indictment. That's eight, and he have 18 co-defendants. So everybody that he's been involved with as far as the rap and everybody that's because they label him as a gang leader. They saying he's the leader of the Rolling 60s down there in Georgia. So they levying a lot of charges against him, and I don't know if they're going to stick. But what I'm saying is that those type of charges, you looking at that, just think about if you walk, and I want you to think about this too, ball game. If they walk either one of us in a courtroom, right, and the first thing they say is that this is Professor Melly Mill, or they said no, they gonna say my name, Melvin Gibson. He's a gang member, right? Boom. You got 12 people sitting in that box, right? When they hear the word gang member, understand this. That is a shock word. And a shock word is going to put everybody in that box on notice because they're going to say you're a murderer, you're a rapist, you're vile, you're the worst thing on earth. All those definitions will come into play. And they don't even know you, but they're going to believe it based on, and because lawyers, what they do, they paint pictures. Whoever tells the best story and put the most deception in their story and the jury buys into it is the one who wins the case.
Yeah,
so when they use those different words, they use different words. They use dog whistle words to describe your skin is your color, the color of your skin is your sin. And they use dog whistle to describe who you are to law, preferably a lot, well, not preferably to a lot of white juries. A lot of these juries you're going to go in front of. I just came out of jury duty and I was like, one of three black people in the whole entire jury, and it was like countless of black white people in there. You understand? So if they got rid of me, how many people did that leave? That left only 2 black people. You understand? But they got rid of me. But what I'm telling you is that these decks already be stacked, and they already be built. They don't build the railroad house, the railroad tracks, and the train itself leading to the jailhouse. That's just my take on it. But go ahead, you guys get your perspectives out. Feel free to jump right in.
Yeah, well, anyway, Marlena, right on, because she was Marlena was checking Asiatic. Yeah, Capone Wilson, this is the ball game, man. It ain't pro football no more, though. I done dropped that moniker since high school. And yeah, man. So much respect, though, Capone Wilson. So anyhow, yeah, Melly, just to keep it the way it is. Keep it. I'm still, my thing is right now, I think that San Diego.
Yeah, you're right, Rock Fresh. Gang members mean terrorists right now.
Yeah, it means terror. But what I'm saying is, but back to what you were saying, thank you, because that just brought me back to my point, is that when the prosecutor try to paint that particular picture, it's mandatory that the defense, you dig what I'm saying? You know, hey, they got to object to some of those stereotypes that they try to put out there.
Yeah, because it's forum shopping. Forum shopping is a legal word meaning that they shopping for a bigger venue. But I'm waiting to hear what's your rebuttal on that, Chrissy. What you think?
Oh, you talking about just on his case, period?
No, anything. I mean, on how I want to know what you I don't want to know what you feel. I want to know what you're thinking and what you know.
I just feel right now that a lot of people that's in power, if nowadays the type of lifestyle that we really actually came from, and if you're really living in power, you have some type of street credibility power, and you also have the book knowledge of power. You're not no dummy. I just feel like those are the people that they really actually go for because they feel like they're a threat because they got both sides of the world. You know what I mean? But
absolutely.
And on top of that, and the 9 times out of 10, the way they make it the world today, where things are so expensive, people whether a job,
you're right, people.
Jobs, whether you have a business, people still have a hustle on the side, or people still have business that's still pertaining to sometimes to the streets. You know what I mean? So that's where people wind up getting caught up at and things like that. So that's where things stand up. And then a lot of times our own people don't really actually, how can I say, we don't stand for each other. You know what I'm saying? We one of the number one races that does not stand for each other. You know what I'm saying? But the first time something happened to one another, we want to be the judge, or we want to be the person that's talking down on that person, or we want to be the person that's not even basically trying to help that person. We may have could have stuck our hand out there to help them or gave them a word or anything. You know what I'm saying? So in this day and time that we living in, it's a lot of politicking, and it ain't
Yeah,
no it ain't no unity.
Dewan Michaels nailed it right there. What he just said, he nailed it. He nailed it. Look what he just said.
Put it up.
I did.
He said he just said he'll get about 37 months to 5 years. Record shows his last conviction was in 2011. They will give him a upper departure.
I hope that's true, man, because me myself, I just hate that the little brother got caught up. And then I hate that he got caught up here on the soil, here in the town, man. That, you know, that bothers me. Me myself, I like Lil Boosie, man. You know what I mean? I like him because he is outspoken. You dig what I mean? And normally when Lil Boosie speaks, you know what I'm saying? It's a little bit unorthodox with some of the things that he says, but the brother has, you know what I'm saying? His truths are his truths. And he speaks on them, and he stands on what he believes in. I've always liked Lil Boosie. I just didn't like when he started fucking with that punk ass Vlad. You know
Yeah, you're
what I
right,
mean?
Marlena. That's why they kicked me out of jury duty, because I started questioning the attorneys themselves, and I asked them some questions that made the whole courtroom get quiet. So once I done that, yeah, I was done. I was, chopped meat at that point.
Yeah, but more black people need. One thing I will put out there, you did what I'm saying, and I'm extremely adamant about this. More black people need to start handling their jury duties. More black people. When I was in a courtroom the other day, about a month ago, advocating for one of my clients. For y'all who don't know, you dig what I'm saying? I'm a licensed social clinical worker. You dig? So every once in a while, I have to show up in these courtrooms and advocate for clients that's been out there fucking up. Some of my mental health clients, they funny as hell. And, and every time I walk past a jury room, it ain't nothing but white people in there. It ain't no Mexicans. It ain't nothing but white people and Asians in there. You might get out of a jury, when I go to the jury room, there's 200 people in the jury room. You might see 4 blacks, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10 Mexicans. You're gonna see about 50 Asians, then the rest is gonna be about 120 white people.
In the jury I was sitting on, there was a lieutenant, there was a sheriff lieutenant, there was also a captain, there was some engineers, there was some teachers, and there was a couple of principals. So these are type of people that's sitting on these juries.
But how fair? But let me say this. But how fair is it when you got a police lieutenant, a police captain, somebody who has been trained not only to lie, but somebody who is trained to put people in jail? How in the hell is these people allowed to sit on these juries? They should be.
They do, man. They let them there, man. Asiatic Supreme said the feds don't pull the trigger until they know they have a kill shot. They take their time to build the case. 98 to 99% conviction ain't no joke. You're right.
Joke. And they wouldn't have snatched Boosie up if they didn't think they had that. If they didn't think they had that kill shot, and it's effed up. It really is.
They wanted you to be quiet and die. That's why the demons wanted to kick you out, Professor.
Mm-hmm. I don't call them demons. I call them recessives.
Yeah, the feds go by a chart. Your priors, what they got is like, they got criminal categories, they got levels, and they got criminal categories, they got levels, and it's one more. It's like a timetable. It's a chart. It works almost like a timetable chart, man. You go across, you go up, you go down, and depending on what level, the levels go from 0 all the way down to 36, 37. You get down there 36, 37, you fried ice cream. You don't want to go past 32. 32, you got some action. You get past 32,
you in trouble.
Yeah, it start getting rough.
Yeah, it start getting rough. Yeah. Mm. Same thing as a point. It's the same Thing has a point system in the pen.
Company girl, you got kicked out of jury duty too. Boxing conversations with Reggie Owens. What's going on, bro? We got 100 people in the chat. Go ahead, get them likes up, you guys. Press them thumbs up on your way in, please, or go back out and press the thumbs up. Make it happen.
Yeah, but I just think that more brothers and sisters need to start participating in jury pool and doing that, sitting in. We always bitching about, our conviction rate, but then we don't want to participate in jury duty. You know what I mean? So, and that's a whole different, Melly, that's a whole different show right there, but back to the Boosie thing. And then back to some of the other rappers, and the YSL, the shit that's going on in Atlanta with their case. You know what I'm saying? They're building cases against these rappers because of the shit that they see on social media. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, IG, Facebook, and all YouTube, all this shit is the feds.
Yeah, well, there's nothing new under the sun. Just like they had informers in the Black Panther Party, they had informers in the US organization, the Nation of Islam, and all these different black organizations. SNCC, they always had informers inside, working inside the organizations. I don't see where I see, right, they still may be perfecting that art, right, to this present day. I don't see them deviating from that because it has worked so well for them in the past. So I'm sure they got people right in those organizations or hanging out with those rappers that's really working with the feds, in concert with the feds. What you think about that, Christy?
I'm talking to my son. What you say? I was telling him to cut the AC on. It's hot in here. Old people be needing air.
Okay.
That what you say?
I was saying that a lot of the Nation of Islam, the Black Panther Party, the SNCC, US organization, and a lot of these black organizations, they always had inside informants, people that was pretending to be part of the struggle and being part of the liberation, but at the same time they was working in concert with the federal government, and they helped bring down these institutions that was actually good for the black community, but due to the fact that the government didn't want those institutions to thrive and be a force to reckon with, they hired black people to be inside these organizations, and I'm sure that's carrying out today with the rap. They got people inside these rap because these rappers will walk around with 50 to 100 people. They don't know who all the people is, and all them people ain't getting the money as the guy that's the highlight of the show, or the guy that's that's actually getting the money. He got certain people that he's giving money to, but all the rest of them is just there to smoke weed and drink the drink, and parlay with the girls based on they have association with Boosie or Quando Rondo or if it be NBA YoungBoy, whoever it may be, I don't know. But I think that a lot of it is just waiting for crumbs to fall off the table.
I think.
Yeah, they gave Boosie a bill, bro.
That's a good thing. Thank God for that. What I will say is that that's true about how you said they put people inside of there to basically bring our people down, to bring them to where they can't come into power, but in full circle of power. But what I say is that I don't agree with how you said with the celebrities have some people with them and they pay some of the people that's with them, and some of the people there just to smoke weed. Some of the people is there to smoke weed, drink, and some people there's groupies. But they also have, for some reason, quote unquote, a lot of these celebrities, they have a lot of real hood niggas around them, people really from the streets, because all them celebrities is really not from the street. So they taking things and painting a picture as if they these people, but they really never have lived this lifestyle. But they like the way the lifestyle look. But yet and still a lot of real people that's from different sections has really been taken down by the feds through the celebrities, because they get the checking them out, marketing them, and seeing like, okay, well, how are you able to sustain this type of lifestyle that you live in? How are you riding around in this? How are you getting this? How are you that? Is you on payroll for this person? They looking into everything. So this is how people start getting indictments, because they really living a lifestyle that they wondering how these people living a lifestyle. So they get indictments, because then they get the checking in to see who these people really is. So I think that to be honest with you, a lot of industry people take down the regular people that's really out here trying to live and have money as well.
Yeah, so but just like anything else, especially when it comes to our people, the envy, jealousy, and hate is always in the mixture.
Mhm.
No matter how much money is being made, how much fun is being had, there's somebody over in the cut that's like looking, just like on the movie Belly, how the dude saw them getting money and he started, yeah, and the one with the big glasses, he picked up the phone and called and gave up the goods, call them folks. They
Well,
them
that's
type of people.
Tyrene. That was Tyrene. That's my blood cousin. That's my family. That was his character.
He
His
played a
big ass.
gold role.
If you look at them lips, you see me and him kind of looking like. I'm gonna see him this weekend when I come up there. He was like, I don't like that shit, and had the banana shit all on his mouth. That's my
Uh-huh.
family. Hey,
Okay.
put up the statement that Asiatic just put up right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And you're damn right there has been. We was on the phone today. I ain't gonna say no names, but me and Melly was on the phone today with about 4 or 5 other brothers, man, and we was talking about this same thing that Asiatic was just talking about today. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So, you know what I
Yeah, we
mean?
get on the phone. We have panel discussions, bro. We have good 3,
Yeah,
4, 5 people, many people on. We
yeah,
be,
yeah.
we be parlaying, having discussions, high level conversations. You know, Jeffrey Walker, what's happening? We
You
will
know,
never stop cutting each other down in this issue. Yeah, I hope we can at some point, Jeffrey. I hope we can find a way to get right with one another. As my opening statement, I've told you guys our culture has accepted 2 huge lies. The first one is that we disagree with someone's set or hood. We must it's out of fear, or we got to kill, or we got to hate them. That's just what a lot of people believe. Just on that. And the second is that to show love and keep an open line of communication means you agree with everything that they do, they believe, or do. Both to me are nonsense. You don't have to compromise your politics or your convictions to have cooperation. We should be able to have cooperation amongst black people in general. But again, our culture has accepted it.
I'll leave here.
and
Huh?
that's real. And like I said, that's real talk. You know what I
You
mean?
about to drive? What?
And and then we got to think about
No.
what's happening right now with these young people that's in these young black people nowadays. A lot of these young black people right now, you know what I'm saying, it's just like, they haven't grew they weren't raised with the belief systems. They weren't raised with the morals and values, that some of us was raised up. Even though we gang banged and a lot of us came from good families, you dig what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you're right, Jeffrey. A lot of people shot Boosie down. People start saying he was snitching and all kind of crazy. So I like, wow,
Well,
the man only been in jail a few days.
Boosie don't give me the impression that
That
he's just
right there just
that
said
he's a
he said,
snitch.
said a powerful thing, and that's really true. That's really true.
Yeah, I
Every,
don't, I don't,
every
I don't, I don't, I don't see Boosie. I don't see Boosie being just a snitch. You know what I'm saying? The brother done some time. He done been in some situations where, you know what I'm saying, he done went and sat down. You know what I mean? So I don't see him as no tattletale.
Marlena said you look like your cousin when he was in Minister Society.
Mhm. That part. You know what I'm saying? So, so thanks, Marlena. Little brother, he younger than me, man. I'm gonna try to run him down when I'm in LA this weekend. But
Tyron said he was trying to ruin the movie Belly by making his character play to look like fool, but his rule was legendary.
well, what they was trying with the New York, and this is a little off the subject. What the New York brothers was doing, they had the brothers wearing perms and crimp. They know that for the most part in the late '70s, early '80s, a lot of the homies and on the West Coast was wearing perms and all that old type of shit. You know what I'm saying? The pimping and all that. That's all fine and dandy. Half the time the New York niggas couldn't come to Cali and fuck with us. You dig what I'm
The
saying?
pastor don't give people thoughts; they are sinners. Numero uno. What's going on, Uno? G Uno?
What does he mean by that? He got to explain it. Pastor don't give people thoughts; they're sinners. What is he talking about?
Yeah, I'm trying to put my head around it now as we speak.
Shit, I like fat women. Am I a sinner?
Hey, go ball game, y'all.
The hell is he talking about? You know what I mean?
There goes the ball game, y'all. Y'all got him
Let's
on one now. Don't
let's
get him
let's
going.
let's see what he's talking about. He might got a point. Who knows?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said
People speak
numero
different.
uno. Explain what you talking about.
People speak different languages.
Yeah, people do. We gotta give him a chance to
What do you mean by that?
give him an opportunity to explain that. But what's your thoughts, though, Chrissy? You got any more thoughts as to Bootsy? What his next steps should be, or how he should proceed from here on out? I mean, because
Me myself,
you
I
can't
think.
do both.
I think.
You can't work
Well,
in the
hold on.
industry and hit the
Let me,
streets
let me
too.
say this. Let me say this, man. I think Chrissy need to become a part of the defense team. She, you know what I mean? I think she make a really good. I think that she making a good point. You dig what I'm saying? With some things, she ought to come down here and see if she, you know what I mean? She ought to come down here and, work with the public defender's office and see if she can get on that case and be an advisor to his defense squad.
God gonna be his advisor. That's who gonna be his advisor. God gonna be his advisor.
Yeah.
That's who it's gonna be, because at the end of the day, that's who all he got by his side right now. Him, that, and his kids, and his mama and his family. Because that's the thing. That's what's one thing about it. Like, we really, to be honest with you, a lot of people really, if you don't know who you are, if you really don't know who you are as a person in this time that we're living in, you liable to fall for anything. You liable to roll with
Man, somebody say talk about it. Paul Pierce, is that you? I don't know who you call it, Paul Pierce. I know it can't be me.
Oh wait, but anyway, they be having jokes up. So anyway, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get a couple of clowns in the chat. That's just what's gonna
So
happen.
he reworded it. He say pastors don't give you intentions; they're sinners.
I don't know, man. Numero uno still is not. He's not really. He's not explaining what his position is and what does he mean by some of the things. You know what I'm saying? I would like to hear him
I'm gonna break it
explain.
down. Break it
I would
down.
like to hear him explain what he's talking about. You know what I mean?
What is he calling brother polite? Come on, man, stop it, bro. If you want to, man, we trying to have a serious discussion over here, and you want to call people different names and stuff, man. Let
No,
me put you on the time, brother.
that's the feds right there, Melly. So don't even
Yeah,
we don't even let's not even engage him. You know what
yeah.
I mean? That's the Roman soldiers right there. So we're not engaging him no more.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean?
Block and cut. Yeah. So I don't know, but this dude right here, he might come back in here and say something, because you said basically to break it down and tell you exactly what you mean.
I don't think numero uno can. You know what I'm saying?
He probably can. Give him a chance.
Well, I'm gonna give him see. Chrissy is giving you guys the benefit of the doubt. Me myself, I'm not. We done asked you a couple of times already in the past 3 or 4 minutes.
Because
Right on, Matthew.
at first when it was said, oh wow. So anyway.
So, okay, Christy, I got another question for you. What do you think about? Did you see the Juneteenth celebration in Lamert Park?
You said a celebration. You talking about, is that the Juneteenth? Yeah, but all that's new to me.
No, but I'm saying, actually, did you see it? Did you see what was happening?
I've seen a little bit, but I didn't see a lot. But somebody sent me DM me something where the McDonald's, where the kids was tearing up the McDonald's, snatching the cash registers and all kinds.
Yeah, I saw that, man. That's sad. In that same day, they also showed in L.A., here in San Diego, Texas, and a couple other places where a bunch of kids was looting a lot of these stores, man, on that day.
Even when they do the takeovers, you know, when they be out in the street turning them donuts and people be hanging out the cars and the moon roofs and stuff, and they'll slam into some people with their car and all this stuff. I mean, you know, it's just, I don't know. There's some different stuff right there, you know?
What they say, it's a place and a time for everything. But I don't know. You know, black people are some very creative people. You know, they like to create a lot of things. A lot of times you can market all of it. But what I will say is that I think that June 19th that just had got approval to us, and it's basically like I feel like they acted real ugly. Like, you know what I'm saying? They didn't even allow it to be what it was really supposed to be. They act really ugly. They made it look like as if all black people was animals and all black people was, you know what I mean? And I'm not going to say those was just kids that was in them McDonald's. Them could have been adults as well, you know? So
I remember the girl name, her name was Sharkeisha. It was Sharkeisha and Latarian Milton. You remember the Sharkeisha? Do you remember Latarian Milton? Latarian Milton was a little short kid, 7 years old, took off in his grandma's SUV and went on a driving spree, tearing up other people's property. And he said he did it because he liked doing hood rat stuff.
Oh, I remember that.
And then
I remember the little fat fucker when he did it. You know what I mean?
And Sharkeisha was the girl out of New York that was beating up all the girls on World Star. I'm wondering what their life is like today, because now we in the era where them Sharkeishas and them Latarian Miltons, they're grown people now, you know. So I would like to know exactly, because I think that if we got one, there's 2 or 3 and 4 and more, because that seems to be like a way of life, you know, in certain areas of everyday activity.
The female, I don't remember her. I do remember the little brother, but he's grown now. But he's still Melly. He got to be. If he's grown, he only gonna be about maybe 21 to 22 years old.
Yeah, because he was 7 years old in 2008.
And that was 7 years old, 2008. So he probably around 23, about 22, 23, 24 right now.
So 17, 18, 19, 21, 23.
23, yeah. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So he's still young. You know, I would like to see what the little brother doing.
Yeah, you're right, Kiva. You're right. And that's the way he said, you're right. I know it's off topic, but you're right about that.
Yeah, that's 100 right there.
Well, Asiatic put it in there. Don't name your kids. Don't name your kids Shakisha. He ain't lying.
hey, Asiatic. So you remember Sharkeisha and Latarian, right? They was terrible.
Yeah, Sharkeisha, Nakisha, LaQuisha, LaQuandas, and all the other, man. Come on, man. Boy, well, you know, what happened to the good old names? Mike Christie.
Yeah, he was Lil Milton on the on Boondocks. They put Lil Milton on the Boondocks, man. He was so bad.
Did they? But his grandmama ended up tipping him up. Then they have a CPS investigation on the grandmama after she whooped his little ass. The grandmama ended up tipping him up. You know what I mean? You know?
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I know what you meant to say, Kiva. Yeah, you're right. You know, you're right. You don't put nobody out there if you ain't ready to do nothing about it. There's a lot of allegations going around. There's a lot of fake paperwork and all sorts of kind of thing. I know it's off topic, but yeah, there's a lot of that going around. But anyway, he said, I like doing bad things. I like doing hood rat stuff. Yeah, but the Sharkeisha girl, when you guys get a chance, go look up Sharkeisha. She was out of New York. I mean, she was whooping. She was just showing up whooping anybody. She didn't care.
Really? Sharkeisha?
Sharkeisha.
That's heavy, huh?
Yeah, that's real heavy.
Sharkeisha, huh? Where can we find her?
She was on World Star.
Too as
You
well.
probably found her on YouTube.
All right, let me see. Yeah, man. I'm gonna look her up, man. See if she was that bad. I want to catch a fade with her. Let me see. Sharkeisha. How you spell her name? Okay, Sharkeisha.
Kiva Bolton said.
So yeah, Fleece Johnson is home as well. So I wonder how much time did Fleece Johnson do? They made an episode.
They say he just died not too long ago.
Sharkeisha?
No, Fleece.
No, Fleece Johnson is out.
Is he out?
Yeah, he out. He was in Louisville, Kentucky. He's out of prison. Remember, he was in there. He's the man butt guy. He liked man butt.
I like booty. That was him?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
He just did a new interview. Wow. See, and just think about, I mean, I know there's some interest there. I don't know what that conversation is going to be like. You know, what you going to ask him, man? How many booties you know, what kind of questions you going to ask him? I'm just saying, I don't know. Shout out to Big Deal. Shout out to Big Deal.
Yeah, Big Deal, one love. Yeah.
Wow, he said booty is more important than food. Hey, but what was that? See, now Ball Gang came up with a name today, right? I ain't never heard this name, but I got to give it to y'all, man. He got a homeboy named Funky Blood. What y'all think about that name? Now, I ain't never heard that name before, Funky Blood.
Yeah, my homie up out of Skyline, out of the Pyro set. Yeah, man.
Now hey Stan, what's going on? Stan the man in the house. We don't heard some names, but Funky Blood. That's a
insult, huh?
What's some of the other names? Have you ever heard any names that just sound really crazy to you, Christy?
I don't know. I got some of them was named Boo Boo and all kind of stuff. this name. He would be like, that ain't my name. But
I had a homeboy named Dogface. I had another homeboy. Named Jack Off Sleep.
Walmart.
Well, we got a homeboy out here named Dog Breath.
Oh, that's crazy. I wish Ray would have been me. I told you take him with
named Dog Breath.
Yeah, we got a homie out here named Dog Breath. Yeah, we go. Yeah, man. Yeah, Shitty Bill. He got a gang named Shitty Bill, Dog Breath. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I remember one time, we had a homie. They called him Ugly Cuz, and they called him Ugly Cuz in front of his mama, and his mama turned around and say, No, don't you be calling my baby no darn ugly. That ain't his name. She went
Somebody should have said, well, shit, he looked like you. Oh, man. You know, man. So,
I sent you the link to your phone, Big Dale. I sent it to your phone earlier. You didn't get it?
Yeah, man. So tonight was a good topic, man. We had to talk about Boosie, man, because me myself, like I say, I really feel for the brother, man, and I just I hope that the little brother, man, I hope that he's able. I'm trying to be optimistic like Chrissy, but I don't know with these white folks.
So what you saying? You think Christy is a little too optimistic, or what? What is your thoughts?
I don't think that she's too optimistic, but what I'm saying is I respect the fact that she is optimistic.
Oh, they go be the weeder. Be the weeder. That's be the weeder. That's a gold name right there.
Be the weeder out of Oakland, damn.
What do you do? He beat people out they weed? He beat a weeder.
Yeah, you know. That is a good one. Damn.
You know what's crazy? It's a lot of people on here that tunes in here on this station.
What it do?
Hello.
What's up, man?
Hello.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
you didn't get the link I sent you earlier?
Oh yeah, I did. I was helping my daughter move. I forgot I had to help her move today. My youngest daughter moved out. Man,
okay.
that's the last of it, man. That's it.
They all out the house. Like you by yourself, boy.
That's it, man. That's it. It's me and the wife, man.
You heard me say congratulations.
Yeah, man. Want to go spend the night tonight, though. I want some tacos.
Yeah, that is cool.
Oh,
man.
what is that? Porn? He named Porno Flick? Oh, wow, that's a cold name. See, you got a whole boy named Porno Flick.
Porno Flick.
Yeah, man. You got some cold names out there. Shit. You know what I mean? You know. So.
Yeah, man.
Keeper said, Boosie beat that gun case. He need that lawyer's number.
Because he definitely got an uphill battle when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? If anybody's seen the video, you know what I mean?
You're right, Compton girl. Everywhere Boosie goes, the cops is picking up on him and also giving him, some grace. Yeah, I mean, it goes both ways. I think Boosie is very entertaining and he's animated and he gets an excitement in his eyes when he's talking. You can't help but to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
I remember in Atlanta when the gay boy ran up on him. That shit was funny as hell. The gay boy ran up on him wearing a dress and some heels. And that shit was kind of funny.
What, he wanted to fight Boosie?
He wanted to fight Boosie. I heard that you was talking still, Boosie looking at this fool like, who in the hell is? And dude had a beard. You dig what I'm saying? He had on a whole top and a dress.
Somebody said you gonna be walking around like Baby Boy, Big Dad. Walking around the house like
shit. Sometimes so I do that sometimes, when she ain't here, when she at work. You know what I mean? The wife wants some breakfast. You know what I mean?
With a couple of hot links, some some hairs, bro.
Motherfucker. Yeah, goddamn sausage. Good. Jimmy Dean, goddamn it. You sad, babe?
Yeah.
You sad? Oh, wait, she sad. My wife sad, man. My daughter Leah. She sad.
Sad.
It was probably her talking about it. Well, you know what? Check this out. With Lil Mama leaving, now you want to do a little bit more talking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to pay attention now. You got to start. You got to develop an attentive ear.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That ain't nothing of a make marriage more stronger when you could communicate.
Say that again, Chrissy. What you say?
Mm-hmm.
I said that ain't gonna do the marriage way, but when you could communicate.
Well, it's all good, you know what I'm saying. But sometimes when a man come home, he just want to kick it. He don't want to hear nothing. He just want to turn on the TV, watch some sports. All that he don't want to hear all this. You dig what I mean?
Yeah, I go up in the man cave, man. Go in the man cave and shut it down.
Yeah. Well, you ain't gonna be able to do that no more.
Drink a beer.
Lil Mama was your buffer, but now that she gone, when the wifey come in there and need to holler, you going to open the man cave door and you going to give her that time. You know what I mean? She gonna want to talk to somebody, and you the only one in the house. So now, you know what I'm saying? You gonna get every bit of what she want to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it seems like it's cool, that the kids is gone, but now you got to step your game up and start paying attention. You got to start using develop some reflective.
I could begin to say, Big Deb. He said, when you gonna sit down again, man?
Oh man, shit. This weekend.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, all three.
I got some.
I'll be up. I'll be up weekend, so we can do a 3-part series. Shit.
Yeah. Big Dev and Ball Game Uncut. Unleash and Uncut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean?
So, yeah.
Get your popcorns ready.
That's all. And get some couple of Q-tips and get the wax out your ear. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about my affinity for fat women.
Yeah, I ain't trying to get stabbed with my own knife, so I'm gonna just talk about something else, you know.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So that part.
That's a whole nother show.
Yeah, you ain't like
People say he got homies in the pen that would love to have a woman to get on their nerves.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because me myself, man, shit. I like to jump on their back, choke them out, slide.
Oh yeah, I remember. I know Bo Wino. Bo Wino was in the module with me before.
Yeah, which one?
Named Smoke Dope and
Capone.
Yeah, well, Capone, no, he talking about my homeboy Smoke Dope and Poe Possum. They brothers, the Johnson brothers.
Smoke Dope. Wait a minute, Smoke Dope and Poe Possum.
Yeah, those are my homies, man. Smoke Dope.
Oh, this way back.
Smoke
that's
Dope.
all right.
Smokey is actually one of the him, Michael Myers, James House, Kenny White, Tony Aldrich, a couple other Michael Lee Johnson, John George,
those are small.
Avery Myers, all them. Them is the original 5'9" Princes of
Okay.
He's saying a couple of names. You know what I mean? Smokey.
Say ball game like fat women and slit small liquor.
Goddamn right.
He's a whole piece of work.
Yeah. You know what I mean? They can have a cigarette. They can have a cigarette burn on their booty. Their stomach can look like a washboard. I don't give a fuck.
We going in, huh? Ball game going in.
Just as long as they can handle me tackling their ass and putting them in a chokehold, you dig what I'm saying? Slamming them up against the walls, breaking the bedboards. You dig what I'm saying? Neighbors calling the police because they think we fighting, but we fucking. Excuse my French. You know what I mean? That type of shit. So the ball game, I'm like Big Dev said, we're gonna get y'all. This weekend, we're gonna have a little bit of fun with this interviewing thing because sometimes I don't want to talk about no game banging. I don't want to talk about none of that. I want to talk about rubbing some flat feet. You dig what I'm saying? And all that type of thing. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with it. So shit.
All right. See you Saturday, Friday. Tell you.
King S said, he got more liquor.
So, Mike Morris said, ball game, leave the splits alone, man.
Yeah, man. We just got some motherfucking old English. I'm gonna be off the OD, off the 8-bar. Fuck it.
Oh shit. Y'all gonna be tripping off me and my blood cousin. We gonna be on some different shit. You know what I mean?
Okay, Adrian Green say bullet wounds, stretch marks, C-section, scars, tattoos, all that.
All that.
He want it. He in for it. He up for it.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Shit. So
hey man, I gotta bounce up out of here because I gotta get some rest because I got a heavy day in front of me tomorrow. But I appreciate everybody that joined us.
Buddy.
So we get back to you, Big Dev. We see you Saturday.
Okay, we say you gonna cry. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell her. You want me baby boy you tonight, girl? What you say?
Big Dev.
Yeah, baby boy cracking tonight. Baby boy, you baby. So yeah, so.
Well, I want to let me before you leave, man. I want to say shout out to Christy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Dev. Shout out to Melly
Yeah, shout out to Chrissy.
Hey, Chris,
Yeah.
Chrissy looking like we crazy, man. She just sitting there like, man, what I done got myself into.
You know what I mean? So, you know, I want to say a shout out to the Mailroom Goons. You dig what I'm saying? Marlena Williams, you dig Asiatic Supreme, Compton Girl, everybody. I just, you know, this is Melly's platform, but I just appreciate every last one of y'all. I appreciate Melly for having me, as always. You know, much respect. You know what I'm saying, to all the sets, Bloods and Crips. You know what I'm saying, gangsters and pimps. You dig what I'm saying, hoes and skeezers. You know what I'm saying, and all the rest of y'all, man. I got.
What about the hood rats and the do hood rat stuff?
Well, you too. You dig what I'm saying?
Condom on it.
I just got me
Better
myself.
put a condom on it.
That part. I just got much respect. I just got much respect for the black communities across the nation, man. We got a lot of work to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right on. What's your thoughts, Chrissy? What's your parting thoughts?
You said, what's my thoughts?
Yeah, leaving.
I just say that we got, as one race, we gotta come back to unity. We gotta get it together. We gotta be more stronger than that.
Okay. Got it. I feel that. What about you, Big Dale?
Big Say.
Okay, Big Dale. Okay. Okay, well, I am Professor Melly Mail, the Hood Postman. Shout out to the Confusion down low. Shout out to Marlena Williams, Postmaster General, Capone Wilson. Shout out to Yeshua, Kiva Bolton. Shout out to Matthew. Shout out to everybody that came in. Asiatic Supreme, my guy, Compton Girl, of course. King Mike in the house. And everybody, Michelle, I know Michelle probably bounced out by now, but everybody that jumped in, Awkward Beginnings, everybody, man. Shout out, appreciate all you guys. Be sure to hit the thumbs up on the way out. Until the next time, I am Professor Melly Mail, the Hood Postman. Be sure to click the notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Drop a comment down below so when the dope content hit, it's going to feel like it's the 1st and the 15th. You know the vibe. Take us out, Shawty.
Yeah. Cali Finest, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money. Got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga. Streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the feds get me. It's guap off top. Diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a broke bitch the time of day. They see me climbing. They see me shining. That's hard work. Proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. Ali, bad man, and I'm so pretty. I got that tech with me. That's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say? I'm addicted to this paper stacking. And I don't talk about it. I just make it happen. Word on the block is that my shit go. Reach for the low.
Marlena Williams, go ahead and lock the door because we are gone.